Okay, Year 10, welcome back to part 2 of sketching lines. This lesson, we're going to do a little bit more to reinforce what we did last lesson, but there's an added level here. We first need to find the equation first before we sketch the line. Okay, so we're going to look at the equation or the gradient and the intercept. We're going to write the equation and then we're going to sketch the line, just like we did last lesson. So to find the equation of the line with gradient -3 and y-intercept 2, we just need to think about our gradient intercept form. So the gradient intercept form is y equals mx plus b, where m is the gradient and b is the y-intercept. Okay, so if we know the gradient is -3, then the equation is going to be y equals -3x, and then b is the in y-intercept, so it's going to be +2. Okay, now we have an equation. We can do part B, sketch the line. Remember, when we sketch a line, we always start at the y-intercept. It's the easiest point to plot. We just need 2 points. So let's take this line here, this point here. It's going to be 0. I'm just going to, write the coordinates somewhere else. It's going to be 0, 2. Okay, so when x is 0, we can wipe that part out and we're left with just 2. So that's a y-intercept. And then we want to find the gradient, okay, which is -3, which means every time we go across 1 to the right, we go down 3. So if I go across 1, down 3, I get another point here. It's going to be 1, okay, -1. That's our other point on the line. And now we can create this line by using our ruler and drawing a line between those 2 points and extending it beyond those points, making sure that it keeps going on that same trajectory, that same slope. So every time you go across 1 to the right, you go down 3. If you go to the left, then you're going to go up 3. Okay, so let's draw our line as such. And then put our arrows and then label it with the equation y equals -3x plus 2. And there's our line, okay? So once we know the gradient and the y-intercept, we can sketch any straight line quite easily. All right, let's look at this other example for today. So we need to find the equation of the line with gradient -2/3 and y-intercept 1. So remember, y equals mx plus b. M is the gradient, b is the y-intercept. So it's going to be y equals -2/3 x plus 1. And that is our equation. As simple as that, okay? The gradient goes in front of the x, the y-intercept after the x. Okay, so the first point, guess what? We're going to plot is the y-intercept. So we put a point here. And it's going to be 0, 1. Okay, and we've got our first point here. Now, our second point is going to be a little trickier because we have this fraction as our gradient. Every time we go across 1, we're going to go down -2/3. Okay, which means that if we go across 2, we're going to go down -4/3. If we go across 3, we're going to go across down -6/3, which is -2. So basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go across 3 and then down 2, and that will give us our next point. So if I go to the right 3 points and then down 2, I get my next point here, which is going to be 3 -1. So I've gone down 2 from where I was at 1 and across 3. And I've got my next point. Okay, we can now draw our line. Just remembering that every time we go across 2, we're going to go down 3. So draw that line as such. Sorry, I said that wrong. Every time we go across 3, we're going to go down 2. All right, and there is our line here. We can write our equation -2/3x plus 1. And we are done. Okay, so just remember, try to find the easiest point that you can find on your grid, the next whole number. So in this case, I had to go across 3, to get that next whole number, which was going down to because of our fractional gradient as such. Okay, so good luck with today's examples, and do keep in contact. Let me know if you need help, and I'll see you in the next video.